Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Gunpowder and Freedom. So, I'm doing the introduction here on the drive up to the property because it's almost 5 o'clock on Monday afternoon. Rachel and the girls will be up here in probably the next hour to hour and a half. And I'm trying to surprise Rachel with something. Now, the point in time this video is being filmed, we are approximately 3, maybe 4 weeks away from breaking ground on the new house. And I feel like I've been saying that for the past 2 years, but we have the green light to start the house. I'm scheduling footers, foundation, I'm ordering lumber. So 3 to 4 weeks, we are digging a big giant hole, and I could not be happier. I've been waiting for this day for a very long time. I know I've been putting a lot of people through the ringer of, yep, just wait, and the time has finally come. So with that being said, over the next year, I am going to be spending pretty much every day after work, every weekend over here, working on the house, doing something. But I do want to do something for Rachel and the girls, so that whenever they come over, they have a nice place to kind of hang out, relax, play. If you guys remember from a previous video I did, I can't remember what it was called, but I basically cleared out a bunch of brush from an area that Rachel and I have designated for a playground for Victoria and Eleanor, and then at some point in time Josh and Jenny's kids to come over and play while they're building. But I figured that while the girls and the kids are playing, it would be nice to give them somewhere to sit. So I want to build a bench. However, this video is kind of special because it is actually being sponsored by VEVOR. If you guys remember them, they sent me that transit laser I was using to shoot the elevations so that we could figure out the height of the first floor of the house for the driveway, so that we knew how high to run the well cap whenever John and the guys were over here drilling for the well. The people over at VEVOR liked my review so much that they sent me a couple more items and said, pick one, we'll send you this one. And lo and behold, I picked an auger, because after digging all of those holes I had to dig with a post hole digger for the septic test, I don't really ever want to look at post hole diggers again. So I figured, hey, you know, if I have this auger, it'd be nice to drill holes and stuff so that I can build a bench, I can build the playground, I can build a swing set. When we're doing, if we decide to go the route of a pool building for my workshop, that will probably be built in 5 to 6 years, you know, I'll need to drill holes for the post for that. So it's a really nice tool to have. It might not get used that much, but when you need it, it is a lifesaver as well as a back saver. But for now, we're gonna get over to the property. I'm gonna show you guys what I have in my head that I think it'll work. It should. I got some womanized lumber. I got screws and these big giant lag bolts. Yeah, I think I got everything. So once we get over there, I'll show you everything and tell you my ideas and how I'm gonna go about doing it. All right, guys, so this is the area that I was clearing out. Once I get this tree, you know, uprooted, well, what's left of it, I believe we're going to be putting a swing set jungle gym in right down here. We thought it'd be nice being close to the creek. The girls can play in there and cool off on hot summer days next year. And, you know, we can see everything from where the house is being built at. So I think what I want to do is I would like to put the bench in right here, maybe, or maybe move it up there a little bit. But what I want to do is I want to build it so you can sit on both sides. It's not just you sit this way and you're looking this way. I think the way I want to do this is build it so, like I said, you can sit on both sides, and that way, you know, I think we have a pretty nice view here that, you know, if we want to sit here and have dinner one night, enjoy the view of our hillside and the woods, I'd like to be able to do that. So what I'm going to do is, using all of the lumber that I bought, again, it's all womanized. I have a couple 4x4 posts that I'm going to make the base out of. Then I have some 2x6s, 8-footers, also womanized. That will be the bench as well as the backrest. I have a truck bed full of tools. This stuff is terrible and I hate myself for using it, but it is great for dumping in a hole and throwing water on it. I have my auger here. We'll get into that here in a little bit, but for right now I'm losing some daylight, so I'm gonna go ahead, get my time-lapse camera set up, start measuring, start cutting, and try to do some voiceovers or take a minute to stop and explain things as I'm going. Okay, so here are my legs and the supports for the backrest. I'm going to have 2 rows of 2x6, so that should give you roughly 12 inches to sit on. Half inch overhang here, 6-inch overhang across the side, and then this is about the same, 12.5 inches. So it's not going to be like a bench you're like lounging out on, but we'll have 2 rows of 2x6 here, 2 rows on the bottom, just on both sides. So in order to get 6-inch overhang, I need to drill 2 holes approximately 33 inches apart. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to do this, if I should do this now or after they're in the hole. You know what, let's just build the bench now. And yeah. This is why you should always take your time and never feel rushed when you're measuring stuff. I had the exact amount of lumber I needed. I mismeasured on one of my cuts. Now one of my boards is like 6 inches too short. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to get another piece of womanized 2x6 and just screw that on later. Man, that sucks. But I'm gonna try to put the bench together now and then just drill the holes, set them in there, throw some quickcrete in the hole, and I mean, I'm getting anxious to try out this auger, so we'll try to get something going here. Alright guys, so I got 2 of the boards for the bench, for the seating part of this bench, put on just to help hold that square. Now I'm able to put the bench where I want it. I know this is exactly where I want my holes drilled. I'm going to go ahead and get the auger set up. Now, this auger came from VEVOR. You guys remember, the nice people over at VEVOR sent me that transit laser. I believe I said that on the drive out here. But they sent me this auger, and they said, hey, why don't you try this out? Let us know what you think. So right off the bat, I already really like it. Unbiased opinion. I don't really use augers too much, but I thought, hey, this would come in handy. I already like it. It's nice, it's lightweight, it's compact. When they send it to you, all I had to do was take 4 bolts on each side, 4 here, 4 on the other side, put the handles on, and it's ready to go. It comes with 2 of these auging bits. This is, I believe, the 10-inch bit, and then it comes with a 6-inch auging bit as well. It comes with a toolkit with an extra spark plug, which is really nice. And this is a 2-cycle engine, which means you have to mix the gas with oil. They recommend you mix it at a 40-to-1 ratio, and they actually give you this nice little ratio. I call them a ratio rate, but this is just basically a fuel mixing canister. There's a line for your gasoline. You fill it up to this line here with gas, and then you top it off to this line here with your oil, and that should be a 40-to-1 ratio. So we're going to go ahead. We are going to get this gas mixed up. We're going to fire this bad boy up. Oh, and there are also 3 more auging extensions, meaning there's 3 adapters that you put on in case you need to go a little bit deeper. I didn't bring those, so we'll just run it in till this bottoms out, and then we should be close to our ground height. If not, I can always trim a little of that wood off, no big deal. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead, get this gas mixed up, get the auger fired up, use our 10-inch bit, drill some holes. Let's do it. Take some of our Lucas cycle, 2-cycle Lucas oil. Jeez Louise, sorry, it's been a long day. We're using a Lucas oil product. It's a 2-cycle mixing oil. So you dump that in. So that goes up to that line. Now, if you put too much oil in your gas, you're gonna foul your plug. Basically, what that means is you're gonna start burning too much oil in that gas. That spark plug's gonna get all galled up with a lot of carbon deposits and excess oil deposits, and then it's not gonna fire. So you wanna make sure you're mixing your ratios properly. Turn that on. You got a choke right here. So you want to make sure it's set to start, and then you'll flip it to run. You got your primer in here. So you want to give that a few pumps, and that'll cycle gas into your cylinder. And get that ready to fire. And not missing anything else. Yeah. Hey, sweetie. We're basically just gonna take some Quikrete, dump it in those holes. I have 5-gallon buckets of emptiness right now. I'm gonna go to the creek right there, get it, throw it in that hole, and then try to stir it around, get that to harden. All right, so the bench is set. Everything's nice and level. I might have to adjust that a hair, but all in all, not too bad for about an hour and a half worth of work, kind of thrown together at the last minute. So I'm gonna give that a little bit to set up. I'm gonna run over and have some dinner with my family, try to figure out this house layout. So we'll be right back. All right, everybody. So kind of ran out of time last night. Had a nice little picnic pizza dinner over here at the property. with Rachel, Eleanor, and Victoria. Then we were trying to finalize the positioning of our house. I ran out of daylight, which was kind of good. I needed the concrete to tighten up on these footers, but as you can see, this thing is good and solid. Not really moving at all. We're good to finish screwing those decks on, the seating decks. And I think what I'm gonna do is, I know that one piece in there is like 3 inches short. I think I'm just gonna put that on the backrest. I don't necessarily need this thing to be absolutely perfect. You know, it is a bench to sit on. It's not like we're building our house on top of this thing. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna get these planks screwed on, and then I'm just gonna throw the dirt back on top of that and get rid of some of these stumps, and then that should be that. All right, everybody, there it is, the bench. I need to find a cool name for the bench, because apparently I need to name everything that I build and do. But no, in all sincerity, pretty simple project. I just wanted to, like I said earlier in this video, provide an area for, you know, somebody to sit down and relax while the kids play on our future jungle gym set that is going to be right here, whether that's me and Rachel or Josh and Jenny or some of our friends. You know, a bench is always a nice thing to have, especially in an area like this where I'm hoping that the kids are going to spend a lot of time playing. We can sit and relax and watch them enjoy the property that Rachel and I have worked so very hard to acquire, and the house that we continue to work so very hard to have. But another reason why I wanted to do a bench was because I needed to try out that auger that was sent to me from the nice folks over at VEVOR. The 52cc motor on that thing really just tore through that dirt like it was nothing. And because this area was once inhabited, either way, beavers once lived here, so there's a bunch of sticks and stuff still left from them. That thing chewed through it like it was butter. So it was a little wobbly. So I'm not really sure if that's something I was doing, but my lack of experience using an auger would probably say, yeah, it was probably something I was doing. But I mean, that thing is overall really good quality for the money. I think it goes for under $200, maybe a little bit more. On VEVOR. You can check out the link in my description, as well as the discount code. Feel free to use that up. Other comparable models of that size auger with that size motor and the attachments, they tend to go for about 400 bucks. So if you're in the market for an auger or a transit laser or really anything, click the link in the description, head on over to and see my friends at VEVOR and check out all the different stuff that they have to offer. It was very nice of them to send that to me, because I'll be honest, after digging all of the post holes that I had to dig for the perk test, I never want to look at another post hole digger in my life. So yeah, I mean, the bench came together pretty quick. Like I said, ran out of daylight last night. I had to finish it today, but that thing should be here for a very long time. Maybe we'll get a coat of paint on it and really help prolong that life, but that's a video for another day. So I want to thank you guys for tuning back in to another episode of Gunpowder and Freedom. If you like what you saw, please click that like and subscribe. Don't forget to check out our store on Etsy, and don't forget to check out the link in my description. Then go see my friends over at VEVOR and check out everything that they have. I need to get used to saying stuff like that. But there's going to be some really exciting videos coming up with us breaking ground. So make sure you guys stay tuned. And as always, thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for the continued support. I love seeing this channel grow, and it's really, really neat for me. So thank you guys a million times over, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.